Hello YouTube, and welcome to another video from the Steve Adventure Academy. And today we're going to do a quick review of the $3, what I'd like to refer to as the green dollar store here in Canada, pocket knife. Now, full disclaimer, we did buy this, this was actually gifted, we didn't buy it. It was purchased locally and gifted to us by one of the folks that follows our channel. And thank you, Mike, for this little guy. He said, well, you like camouflage and you like knives, so I got you a little something. And it is a little something compared to what we normally carry. Let's get it in here next to the Spyderco PM2 for size comparison. It is quite a bit smaller. The blade is made of some sort of metal. Based on the edge retention, I might suggest that it's probably wadded up aluminum foil or perhaps maybe leftover butter knives, but in many cases it's still a functional knife. I did want to give it a fair shake, so I carried it along with my regular EDCs, and it's tipped down only on the one side. It really doesn't check very many boxes, except it is the right color, camouflage. This knife is actually a pretty good tool insofar as I used it for a variety of tasks, not the least of which being cutting a hole in my sister's house on Prince Edward Island, and then installing a new door, and any cutting tasks that needed to be done with regards to that project, insofar as I was concerned, were done with this knife. Highlights. It's really inexpensive. At $3 and then the 1.5% tax for the government, it's very inexpensive. It does sharpen up pretty well. You can see that it's got some serrations here. Now, it was the edge is a little strange insofar as the straight part of the edge was the crappy V-edge on both sides, and then the serrations were only sharpened on the one side. That really wasn't working out very well, and frankly the serrations are sharp like a kitten's teeth and not quite as durable, and so I've taken the liberty of sharpening it on both sides to make them a little bit more attractive. This knife does everything that a half and half knife does, which means it cuts along really great until you get into the serrations, and then the serrations bind up on every possible surface. I was able to saw through some molding that we were putting around the door, making some small modifications with that installation. With the serrations, I didn't need them. They didn't really work any better than the straight edge would have, but they did work. The lockup on this is intermittent. So right now it seems to be locking up pretty well. It did not lock up at all when the knife was new. Largely, I'm expecting due to the fact that it had a brand new coat of this beautiful camouflage paint on the mating surfaces. All in all, I would love to have more content to offer you with regards to this knife, but the pocket clip, I bent it real bad, got it hooked on something and bent the clip way out. I just undid the two screws and bent it back with a pair of adjustable wrenches, because that is my preferred method for making those adjustments. Bolted it back up. It works perfectly. So far the pivot has stayed reasonable. It is one-hand deployable in a super uncomfortable way and very slow, and then it is also something you can put away one-handed as well. The action is real sticky. But overall, for $3, I don't see how you can go wrong. The nice thing about this, of course, is that if you give it away, you're not going to cry yourself to sleep when you realize what you've done, and you could buy a box of them for what either one of these guys are going to cost. So all in all, I would say the green Canadian dollar store is doing a great job. And just for clarification, there's a great Canadian dollar store in Canada that is red and white. But in the vernacular of the average person, they're always saying, the dollar store? Oh, I went to the dollar store. So I have to ask, in order to know where to go get the stuff that they bought, was it the red and white or the green dollar store? In every day and in every way, we hope that you'll take this review with a tongue-in-cheek. Maybe you've tried one of these and you've got different results. Feel free to leave a note in the comments. We'd love to hear what your thoughts might be, and we hope that you stay sharp. All the best.